Smack.
Welcome to Super Smack.
Welcome to Super
The
Smack.
Super Rugby podcast from the fans, for the fans. It's round 5 is over. Round 5 is done. We just did it.
Round 5, episode 6. We did start 1 week
Well, we had
before
that
the
little
competition.
preview. We had that little preview episode. That was lovely. I remember that.
Yeah, round
a great
5
time.
was tight as a nun's, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
She had some ting-dong battles.
Yes. But most importantly, Gareth, there was, I can see that you're actually wearing your Hurricanes jersey. So unlucky, actually, for us.
God, it feels good, guys. It feels good to just wear my Wellington Hurricanes jersey.
Yeah. I mean, you really put it on the line. I'm proud of you for doing that.
Feels real good.
Yeah, you really, really just got away with it, though.
Mate, we did pretty well. I'm just going to say, thank God I'm not wearing a Highlanders jersey, but also I knew I wasn't going to be wearing a Highlanders jersey,
you,
mate.
though?
Yeah. Do you know why I knew? Because we just beat the Highlanders for the 6th consecutive time.
Well, you've been doing some research.
Oh, it's just, I knew. I can feel it. I just felt the number. I was like, 6. No, I did look.
And
No.
we're back to slagging off the Highlanders. They've just had a loss. So you're just going to kick them another kick.
Mate, you were kicking me well and truly while I was down last week.
And that was fun.
I'm just reveling. I'm just really, really happy that the boys got up. Kirifi was a beast.
He was a
mate.
beast.
And he was a beast defensively, which it was pretty obviously was what got the Hurricanes over the line in the end. Couple of little errors from the Highlanders at the death, but they were pounding it on us, man.
I feel like there's an argument there that maybe the Highlanders lost that game rather than you guys actually clinching it, actually winning it.
You would say that.
Because, I mean, they had their chances. They blew a penalty. They had a drop goal. They were almost scoring a couple of tries.
Yeah, well, they had a held up. I mean, that was us, though. I got to say that they had some shocking handling errors, and that combined, but that's pressure, mate. That's what the Hurricanes' defensive pressure did to them, and they weren't able to quite capitalise. Although they had a couple of amazing tries. Like Tangito was having a bloody field day.
He is quick.
He's quick, mate.
I would say, I kind of want all the fastest guys to have a race.
He's early Rico days.
I want to know who's the quickest. I think Tangito would be there.
Well,
man.
he was up there. I mean, he was giving it some toe.
He gassed everyone.
Yeah, he was very, very quick.
Who else do you reckon would be in that race?
Well, surely Tomwe Falau must be.
He must
up
be pretty
there.
close, yeah.
Mate, Reece.
Sever Reece. Yeah, but has he got out in that pace?
Do you reckon that Barrett, if you started them all on the line, he's lost it a little bit?
I reckon
his acceleration would be.
D-Mac will have the acceleration.
Do you reckon D-Max, he doesn't have the long-term pace though? We've seen that in the recent games actually. He doesn't quite have the longevity,
I think
but he
Will
doesn't
Jordan
need to.
is the same. I feel like he has that acceleration, but I don't know whether he's got that long-distance pace.
You need that guy who builds up over the 100 metres.
I think it's Tangito, man.
He was quick.
He is so fast.
People are going, give him an All Black spot. Give him an All Black spot. I'm like, just chill out, guys. Like, relax.
That's what you say every time one of your precious Hurricanes has a slightly good game. You're calling them into the All Blacks.
Well, there's one player I'd love to see in the All Blacks. I think you know who I'm going to say.
It's Duplessis Greavy.
Yeah, but he hasn't just had one good game, mate. He's played consistently well, and I know you're going to talk about his discipline, but he's played incredibly well and in his 7 position, doing exactly what a 7 needs to do for a long time now.
Yeah, you're talking about the NPC because he was pretty much on the bench last year.
I mean, he wasn't. He was always on. He wasn't starting, but he played most games.
That's what I mean by on the bench.
Yeah, but he played most games.
Isn't that the definition of on the bench? He
It's
wasn't starting.
No, on the bench could mean he's been benched for the season. I thought you were trying to insinuate that.
No. What I mean is that there was one Peter Luckeye that kept him out of the starting lineup.
If we're just going and if we're just going to get nitpicky, it wasn't actually a bench. It's just a row of seats that they've got.
Fuck up, man. But yeah, and I agree. And you know what? I think what Kirifi needs to do now is put together like a good sort of, 5 or 6 of these kind of performances on the trot. And then I'm all for it, man. I reckon it should be in there.
I think he should be given a shot at least.
He's a unit.
Well, mate, if he doesn't get into the All Blacks, he should at least do a calendar or something. Because the guy's got 12 abs.
Mate, you know what we're due for?
What?
A sexy rugby commercial star.
We should bring. Yeah, we're due a fucking Carlos
We had
Spencer.
a Carlos Toffee Pops. We had a Dan Carter jockey commercial.
Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
What biscuit would Kirifi?
Or is it even a biscuit?
What biscuit would Kirifi do if he had to?
Mellow Puff?
Why?
I don't know.
Cracking on the forehead at the end of the commercial? Oh. All you need do?
Oh,
that's Beaver.
mate.
No, that's Beaver.
Oh, that's
You know
Beaver.
Beaver in that ANZ ad? All you need do is dare to achieve.
What?
Yeah, it didn't really make sense.
No, that
He
doesn't
missed
sound
out
like
a couple
it
of
makes
words.
sense.
Yeah. Look, it's
A
probably not
buttery,
his strength.
flaky crisp.
I reckon he'd be a cameo cream.
A cameo cream.
Yeah.
Or
Pull them apart and
You know what?
lick out the middle.
A crispy.
What? A coconut crispy?
Oh yeah, no, that's a bit racist.
No,
Sorry,
he's gotta
I
be-
didn't mean that because
He's
of the
got to
coconut
be something.
thing. That's not-
He's got to be something bulky. Maybe a mellow puff. Is it actually?
I think a mellow puff.
Soft on the inside, but with this kind of hard exterior. It takes a lot of.
What? And just swollen. Like he looks like he's ripped, man. Like he's got bumps where I've got indents.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to describe yourself, actually. He's got bumps where you've got indents.
Yeah.
The measure of a man.
You know what? His thighs look like mellow puffs.
Yeah.
He's got the Luke McAllister sort of style of quad.
You'd need a hell of a big stick to roast those over an open
I
fire.
know, mate. Yeah. You'd have to get him spinning. You'd have to get him on the rotisserie.
Yeah.
Get an even spread.
Big old Massport 6 burner.
Yeah, you want it to get right through to the middle of that joint.
Yeah. Either way, what we're saying is that he needs to be on a calendar. And in fact, the least the NZR could do is organise that for him if they can't give him a spot in the All Blacks.
I think that's fair. Yep, if they're not going to give him an All Black spot, he should get like free reign to whatever sexy commercial he wants to do.
Do you pop Lakai? Do you pop Artie? You start Artie at 7 and you have Kirifi as the impact cover that comes off the bench. Now that is pretty formidable.
Possibly, but you know what? I like Artie at 8.
Really? You think he's going to be selected there?
Maybe, but then you've
Just
got Lakai at 8.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Dalton, I don't know if Dalton's been showing what he's really made of, and Sammy Kane's gone. Who is the 7 really that's
and I
stepping
don't
up?
think Jacobson is. He definitely hasn't done enough at this early in the season to do much.
I also think we're looking for that mongrel 7 again, and Kirifi has that, and we know Artie can do it. That would be my 1-2 combo.
What about Fina? He's got to be.
He's going to be a 6, but he's the enforcer.
And then you've got
want.
Satutu and Satiti.
Yeah.
Who are both incredible players.
So then someone like Lakai, maybe they dip. Well, it's him or Kirifi, isn't it?
Satiti's out for the season, isn't he? Or is it just the
No,
Super Rugby campaign?
I'm not sure.
back for the All
I hope
Blacks?
to God he's back for the All Blacks. Anyway, we're talking about this.
Well, there was one
Far
more,
too much.
There was one more, another point in that Highlanders Hurricanes game. Did you see when Tavatava Naiwai absolutely KO'd Punivai?
Yeah.
And then the poor guy, I mean, and this has happened a couple of times. I know this happened with Angus Tataval in the internationals maybe a couple of years back, where he got absolutely KO'd. There was blood pissing out of his head, and he's off the field, and they give him a red card.
Well, it's a weird rule because you'd think that there'd be some leniency in the carding process for the guy that's gone off, knocked out cold, or for an HIA. It's strange because I did look back at it. There was no head-on-head contact, I don't think. Yeah, it was strange, mate.
Was he the only one they got hit in the head?
I'm pretty sure.
Surely not.
It was weird.
Yeah, but that is pretty brutal. That is it. It's the epitome of kicking a guy while he's down.
Yeah. And it's happened quite a few times the last few games where the ref's gone yellow for the player that's already off the field. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, again, to be fair, I know there's a lot of chat out there at the moment. I saw an article from Steve Devine sort of talking about concussion, the protocols and being safety in the game and stuff. But there has been a couple of really brutal knockouts this year already.
I mean, it's going to happen, isn't it? That's just part of it. Should you get carded for? I don't know. It's a strange one.
I don't like to see it. No one likes to see a guy get absolutely KO'd. A big hit is great, but...
Do you reckon they take a little yellow card out back to him and just pop it in his little pocket while he's out cold in the dressing room? Thank you.
I reckon they don't tell him. Did I just get carded? No, mate, fine. No.
And your mum and dad are here and the priest is coming in a minute to read your rights.
Just to make sure. Just to make sure everything's okay. We'll take you in for a CT scan. Yeah. Just to make sure you're not bleeding in the wrong places.
And you've been replaced for next season. Sorry, this is a lot of information to take in when you've just been knocked out cold.
You haven't made the All Blacks.
Old Tavatava Naiwai was doing his sideways Form 2 touch running again.
Yes, but...
I don't like it. I like a forward momentum with the 12, mate.
But you gotta give the guy some credit. He's literally playing 5 guys... he's playing the equivalent of 5 people in the team.
Bang
playing
on.
Different. He's playing the better than all of the flankers at the breakdown for the Highlanders. I mean,
there's
obviously
10
kicking,
Highlanders plus Tawhatawhanawa.
He's breaking the line. He's tackling. He's just doing everything.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got old Castle Street call up Sam Gilbert out the back, who's unfortunately having a little bit of a bad time.
Mate.
Missed the penalty, missed the droppy. Although, admittedly, the droppy was never going to be a sure thing. It was pretty far out.
Yeah, but he had the distance. He just didn't have the direction.
Yeah. One direction.
I think one the Highlanders will look back on and sort of wish that they'd actually won, because that was pretty close for them, and I feel like they were a little bit hard done by.
It's the 6th game in a row they'll look back on and go against the Hurricanes and go, if only we'd just done a bit more.
And I saw that Tawhatawhanawa actually was having a yarn to the ref after the game. What was that with that?
Well, that was, I did see the replay of that, and that looked quite bad.
What happened?
Peter Umaga Jensen got, can't remember who it was, in a basically like a what looked like a headlock tackle, and nobody saw it. The touchy, the ref, the players saw it.
Not even in the bunker, or like no one on the TMO?
He said they got no call from he can only go back if the bunker or the TMO goes and calls it out.
Bit of controversy.
Well, when you see it on the replay, it's kind of clear as day.
Would you have given it a card?
I don't know if a penalty.
I don't know if
that's the thing. I don't think the card was really here or there. It was the fact that they would have got a kickable. Well, let's be honest. Sam Gilbert would have missed it anyway. So let's move on. Doesn't matter. High tackle all day. He still missed the kick.
Well, congratulations, mate. You put your jersey on the line. Well done. Good to see you in that Hurricanes jersey. It would have been very funny to see you in the Highlanders jersey.
It would have, but we're going to play them again later in the season, and we'll probably beat them again. So we may never see this. Are you going to
put it up again? You're going to put up the same deal?
I'll put it up every time. I'm that confident.
Check on that.
Again, why am I doing this? Yes. No, I am, mate. The Hurricanes are just going to get better and better and better. They've got a sniff. They need to be where they were last year.
Well, we were talking about this, mate. Like, the Blues and the Hurricanes have both had a very slow start to the season, and arguably the Crusaders as well. But they seem to be well back into their previous form. But I mean, these teams are going to come back.
Yeah.
Just because they've had a slow start doesn't mean they're having an overall shit season. No,
the Canes know. I mean, we know what they're capable of.
You just can't really lose many more.
No. Those Marvel jerseys.
You know what, mate? Because it really took me by surprise. I didn't realize that they were actually going to be playing in them. I thought they were just a little thing on the sales rack as you walk into the stadium. I didn't think we'd be watching it on Sky Sport.
No,
it was. I kind of like hung my head in shame a little bit. But
you know commercialism gone mad.
When I looked into it,
yes,
the only team where it really stuck out like dog's balls was the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone else's was actually pretty good. You know what? Those purple shorts that the Highlanders were wearing,
those?
I actually quite like them.
I tell you why you like them, because they look pre-faded. That's exactly why you like them. They look pre-faded, so you don't have to wash them a few times, because you don't like wearing a brand new pair of shorts to the beach, do you?
No way.
Well, except those weird big black balloon ones that you think fit you.
Hey, mate, they do fit me. Porter James Sports, they're a lovely, lovely brand.
Sorry, Porter James Sport. But they are, but size too big.
But everyone else was in the colour scheme of their club. It's
still baffling, because they had Wolverine, and
what was Wolverine?
Wolverine is yellow and black. There could have been a prime opportunity.
Why would you not do that?
I mean, we have talked about this, but I mean, it was kind of random. I still don't quite know the Captain America justification, but I'll tell you what. Kirifi and a few other players, Roygaard looked fantastic in it. Fletcher Newell, in his Iron Man suit, just looked like someone's, a poor impersonator at a kid's birthday party.
Yeah, he looked a bit pink, didn't he?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. No, but
is that not what you meant?
No, that's not what I meant, mate. I was just seeing a pinkish tone hue to his skin.
Yeah, like me.
No, the Hurricanes jersey was awful. I don't think that Marvel one will live on much
No,
longer.
but it was great for the kids.
Yeah, and you know what? Kids around. I didn't realise that either.
Yeah, when I was at Eden Park, the kids were buying them up a storm, the Spider-Man things. Because basically every kid that we know, like child of our friends, they're into Spider-Man big time.
Were you into the Marvel characters when you were younger?
Not at all.
You didn't get into the comics? I was into
Batman a bit. Batman. Actually, I had Batman rollerblades. And there's a video, an early VHS video I bought them from Toys R Us in Leicester in England, or my parents bought them for me for my 9th birthday. And there's a video of me skating down this footpath in Wales, and I turn to the camera and I go, "I've got me rollerblades."
Just like a proper wee Welsh
I
man.
didn't call them rollerblades, I called them rollerblades.
The rollerblades.
And then Mum was like, "Be careful, Gareth."
I loved my rollerblades when I was younger too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I never had the cool ones.
I guess what I'm asking is, like, if you kind of think back to when you were a kid, do you reckon you would have been a little bit turned on by these? No, I mean, you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, mate.
Do you think you would have been excited by the Marvel collab with the Super Rugby competition?
Yes, I can imagine that I would have been interested in that, yes.
Okay, maybe we're just not the audience for it.
Well, no, we're about 30 years too old.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not in my 40s, mate.
I'm 40.
Yeah.
Okay, just to clarify, I'm not in my 40s. Well, I guess I am. Okay.
Well, a victory, nonetheless.
A victory.
And you got to win the tight one, so well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Hurricanes.
A non-tight one was the Brumbies versus the Drua.
Yeah, it was a bit of a grubbing. And you know what? We've talked about this a bit. You know, the Drua just can't seem to string it together away from Fiji.
Still haven't been able to do it.
I'm hopeful that they're going to at some point.
Yeah.
I really am. And you know what? They can still score. They've got the attacking flair that's needed to actually get some points on the board, which is great, but it's only one side of the game.
Yeah.
They obviously need to, get some better defense, complete game.
Yeah. I mean, simple solution for me is to just jam in the back of a truck again and get them angry.
Have we reached a resolution on that?
No,
issue?
I don't think, but they're actually looking. It's a formal investigation.
Yeah,
but
so
mate,
it should be.
They played that card at the wrong time because they were playing in Fiji and they were going to win anyway. Someone needs to put them in the back of a truck when they got an away game coming up, and they'll be furious.
No, but there wasn't it away. What when they're in the truck in Hawke's Bay?
Yeah, but then the next game they're playing. You got to fuel their anger.
Yeah. I mean, I listened to an interview from Glenn Jackson who was talking about how, that pissed them off and that, it was not appropriate and there was an investigation underway, but they were moving on. Forgiven and forgotten, and they were just going to move on and let someone else deal with it.
Which I think the Fijians would do very well. Very peaceful.
They are. They actually are. When you go to Fiji, man, they are so hospitable.
Yeah. What a place.
What a place.
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
Beautiful people. Beautiful country.
We had an absolute romping from the Crusaders. And you know what? It pisses me right off that they've just decided to come out and just be assholes again. Like,
mate, they look, and it sucks. Why do they have to do this?
Disgustingly
good. So good. Everything was going well. It was a well-oiled machine. Their players are all there. They're just having a laugh, mate.
You know who's more pissed off than me, I reckon?
Who?
Sevu Reece.
What?
He scored a hat-trick. And then Macca comes along and scores 5 tries. Just everyone will be like, what do I have to do?
And so now nobody's talking about Sevu.
No one's talking about Sevu.
He's like, I did a hat-trick. Well, Jesus Christ.
I guess actually he's quite close to becoming the all-time Super
Well,
Rugby
he's one try away
from.
from TJ's record.
I didn't realise TJ scored that many tries.
Well, he famously was it last year? Yeah, last year he had the ongoing thing with Julian Savia because Julian was second. And yeah, TJ scored a lot of tries. He was always Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
He's what Kyle Preston aspires to be.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of rare for a halfback to outscore a winger and like a whole competition.
But that just shows the quality of the player that he was.
Yeah.
And I think people need to keep acknowledging that. He was a legend.
R.I.P.
The second best halfback we've ever had, surely.
Justin Marshall?
Mate, Marshy doesn't even get close.
Finlay Christie?
He's got to be. He was with just his longevity, his career, and the things that he achieved, obviously most of the time under Nuggy too. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Because when Aaron Smith's above you, you think, oh, God.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
I mean,
I love him because he's a Wellingtonian. So.
Yeah, true. Macca Springer, though, 5 tries. The most scored he equaled the most scored in a Super Rugby game was rest of soul,
Sean Wainui, R.I.P.
I really miss that guy.
Yep, he was a quality player.
He was. But yeah, Macca had 5 tries. And that kick where he swerved around the other wing.
Out into touch and then back in. Yeah,
that's gorgeous.
That's got to be up for one of the tries of the tournament.
Absolutely.
For sure. That was incredible. What's he drinking? Like that's... he was just on one. He'd come back into the side and he's like, I'm going to just let loose. Mind you, the Force's defence was seriously lackluster.
Yeah,
obviously, anyone who gets 55
it's
points.
It's pretty hard to defend against the Crusaders team when they're at full force. Yeah. And I reckon that was a pretty close to a full force Crusaders performance.
Yeah. I'm wondering.
And you know what? It's that ayahuasca.
Well, I'm wondering if it was more than the ayahuasca. I think at this point we've got to drug test them.
You reckon?
Yeah. And in fact, I think we should take all their titles off them if it's found.
Like Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, I think they should just go back to 0 titles and have to start and earn it all over again just to show what they're really made of.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
at their brand new stadium.
He's been a bit cocky to come out and just out of nowhere score 5 tries.
Well, he's been building up. He's been a good player for some time, but he's never really got too much of a chance. And I think that's because, was Jordan used to be on the wing for the Crusaders, or am I making that up?
I feel like he's always been fullback.
Why do I think that maybe someone was keeping Macca Springer off? Who
was
was
it
the
Scott
other?
Hamilton?
Mate, this is the thing with the Crusaders. They've got this ability that not every single position has to be amazing. They just, when they string it together, they can just punish you in a way that's almost surprising. You're like, how?
The only thing that guy did was be on the end of a fantastic backline, and he got an All Blacks call.
I would have said the same for Caleb Ralph.
Yeah.
And
I think Caleb did a little bit more.
Oh, one more little shimmy, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. One more
just
swerve.
before the line. Oh, Caleb, that's fantastic, mate. Do that again. You're having a blinder. That was Mr. Ralph on the sideline. Well done, Caleb.
My sister went to school with Caleb Ralph.
Really?
Yeah.
Two first names.
Macca is a great name.
Do you reckon it's Mark?
I reckon he's named after the Scottish restaurant.
What? You're saying that his parents called him
I reckon
McDonald's?
No, I just think Maccas. I think he's named after Macca. Yeah. I reckon they love a good old Maccas.
What? And they said, oh, I'm so happy, Trevor. This is the happiest day of my life.
Yeah.
Apart from when I got that voucher because they fucked up our order.
Yeah, maybe, they like getting the cheeseburger for player of the day when they were younger. But yeah, I mean, what do you reckon Macca's Macca order is going to be? Other way around? Macca's order?
I reckon it's
What do you reckon he'd have?
I reckon it's something. Well, I like a double quarter. It's probably something light. Like he's
filet of fish.
It's a filet of fish, isn't it?
Nah.
Because he's got to stay trim.
Oh
no, but you got to admit that when he's having Macca's, he's having a guilty pleasure. So does he go for a full fatty double quarter?
Nah, you know what I think he's going to do?
What?
He wants the protein, so I reckon he's going to go to the quarter pounder patty.
Yeah.
And I think he loves a filet of fish, and I think he likes the steamed bun, so he's going to go for a wee steamed bun on a quarter pounder. You can do that,
Yeah.
And what I usually used to do with a quarter pounder is put a little bit of Big Mac sauce on it.
That's the mistake.
Delicious.
I should actually do that more. I'll tell you what, I get the triple cheeseburger. And I think it's because nobody really orders it a lot. So for some reason, I've got in my mind that they make it really fresh.
Mate,
but I think they make them all fresh, don't they?
A triple cheeseburger.
Yeah, a triple cheeseburger. It's so squashed down that you can't tell whether it's coming or going.
Is that one of those burgers where you push it a little bit and
it
there's
drips?
Oozes?
Dan Musgrove and I used to sit at 2 a.m. in the Great North Road Maccas.
It's a great Maccas.
And it would be just dripping down our arms and it would be like nothing, like finish off a night like a drip burger.
And what do? Do you do a little fries on the side, a little Coke?
I'll get a chocky milkshake.
Chocky milkshake and the fries?
How do you think I got these lovies, mate?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I need to slow down after the weekends.
Well, yeah,
feast.
we went and watched a couple of games at Shapiro's.
Lovely bar, by the way.
Yeah,
Great
absolutely.
burgers.
And a couple of beers. We didn't get too carried away with the beers, but Jesus, you kept ordering that food, mate.
Yeah. Well, I made sure to check if you guys were ordering first so I didn't feel guilty. But then I surreptitiously ordered another bowl of fries.
Well, yeah, you got burger, fries,
chicken wings.
and then some chicken wings on the side.
And then
you went for another chips.
I waited till half
Another
time.
full chips, not just the side of chips.
You ate them too.
And then a soft serve.
I didn't get a soft serve,
You
mate.
did, mate. I saw you.
didn't.
You had it down by the toilet so
Mate,
that no one could see.
That wasn't soft serve, mate. That wasn't soft serve. Let me tell you that.
Come on, mate.
It looked like soft serve, but it wasn't soft serve.
Admit that you had the soft serve.
I didn't. I was actually going to get the banana split. Mate, I was on one. And I didn't have the munchies or anything. I was just hungry.
55-33 is probably the biggest blowout of the season.
They
so
got
far, right?
smashed.
Yeah.
The Force, it really there's a few teams like that maybe have been put in their place this week, and it'll be interesting to see. But after seeing the results, the way that the Chiefs played and the way that the Crusaders played, your comment last week about an Australian team in the final, I'm not so sure, mate. I'm standing by my prediction.
Yep.
I don't think it's the Brumbies, if anyone.
Well,
I know this is very early to call, but I'm just going to say it to be controversial.
Fair. Well, this fifth round definitely hasn't lent itself towards that idea. But there's still time. I still think they're playing well, the Aussie teams. I mean, the Force obviously didn't play well against the Crusaders, but, the Waratahs still have their little moments. The Reds are obviously doing pretty well.
Well, and the Reds have got the Highlanders next week, so that's a sure win.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
Chiefs Blues.
Blues. My God, that was a good game.
A nail
at the
biter.
end. And and look, an under-strength Blues, and you only beat them by 1 point,
under-strength
mate.
because we had a few late pullouts, right?
Well,
no babies at the Blues.
take after your father.
But yeah, we had Suafoa, Caleb Clark, and Ofatuanga Fussy all late withdrawals from the Blues team. So yeah, I feel like we should have had a little bit more of a
mate.
breathing room.
Again,
there, right?
I'm starting to worry what's going on.
Yeah,
What's happening at the Chiefs?
No, you
You're
always
losing
have
a little
these
bit of your
close
mojo, aren't you?
games. You always have these close games.
Do you?
You just won against the Highlanders, mate. So don't pretend like you're back and everything's fine. Like there's
seems
still
pretty
some
dandy
shit
to
going
me.
on at the Hurricanes headquarters, mate.
Hurricanes.
Yeah, Kins. But I mean, you can't be jumping on your high horse, you know.
I'm not jumping on a high horse. I'm simply stating what I observed was that the Chiefs,
we
were in a bit of trouble there.
No, we had a tight game and we managed to win it.
No, congratulations, and you did well at the end. Everybody was doing everything from in all different positions. 69.
Yeah. We didn't have
missionary.
a Tava Nawai trying to play 17 positions on the field.
No, you've actually got quite a lot of cover. In fact, out of all the teams, you've got ample cover.
Mate, that bench every week.
They make a difference.
Looks so good.
They make
and
a
you
real
know what?
difference.
It was that sort of 10 minutes after the bench came on that we scored a couple of great tries there, and that really was the buffer that got us over the line.
And the Blues were depleted. I got to say, I was pretty chuffed with old Taele. Like, he was good.
Mate, I've got a bone to pick with you about
Come
that.
on, mate. Leave him alone.
No.
He was good.
We were sitting there at Shapiro's and we looked up at the squads as they're about to run out and we see that Anton Leonard-Brown's name's not there. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I had
You
to,
almost cried.
I had to quickly change my fantasy.
Yeah.
And you convinced me to put Taele in my team.
Yeah. He seemed like a
You
good player.
sabotaged it.
He's
mate.
had a great,
You
great time for
sabotaged
the
it. You
under
did it on
20s.
purpose. You knew he was going to be carded. You knew that he was going to have a
How
shocker.
the fuck would I know he was going to be carded? He actually...
Because it's the kind of bullshit thing that you would do.
Yeah,
mate.
I knew I asked around. I'd set you up.
You did.
I even I gave Albie a call and said, hey, could you just sit this one out?
Yeah, I knew you did. You dick.
Um,
Way too close for comfort, though. And you know what? I think this is a good indication of how close the competition is. When you've got the top of the table playing the bottom of the table and there's 1 point in it and it's anyone's game, that's pretty cool. You know, that's obviously shows that this is a very tight comp so far.
It is. It's actually becoming...
No one's running away with it yet.
It's kind of becoming seems more like the NRL with that, where you don't really know on any given day. I mean, the Warriors beating Manly the other day is kind of proof of that. It's
Thank
like,
God,
what
the
fuck's
Highlanders
going on?
won a couple of games. Jesus, anything can happen.
I mean, I know. Again, I think it was a bit of an anomaly. I don't think we're going to see much more of those winning ways, mate. It was good, and look, you're still top of the table,
We are.
and the Blues are
Just-
still bottom of... No, Fiji and Drua and Moana are bottom of the table.
Yeah,
aren't
but
they? Blues are third.
There's
from
also
bottom.
3 teams in second. You got the Crusaders, the Reds, and the Waratahs. Was
Yeah.
it the Waratahs? No, Brumbies. Sorry, the Brumbies.
Yeah.
all in second place, equal.
Do we know what happened to Albie?
No, I haven't seen anything. I was having a quick look
Bad
before we
stomach?
went and record. Yeah, I don't know. Might have just picked up a little.
Herpes.
Oh,
I don't know. Just hazarding a guess.
yeah,
Sometimes it flares up.
yeah, maybe. But also, maybe it was just a little sort of, a tight calf or something. And are they still doing the All Blacks resting thing? They have to rest a couple of games.
Yeah, but that
away,
wasn't
yeah.
it. You don't bail a guy out at the last minute.
But,
But
it
yes,
still
they
counts, though, right? It would
Actually,
count,
I guess it would if he's not playing.
yeah. So they go,
I wonder
he's
if it
got
does,
got
or
a bit
whether
of a strain, so-
you have to file an official thing or
official
something with the
pass.
end. I don't know.
If he's not playing, it's fine.
Mate, there's all sorts of rules in rugby union. I wouldn't be bloody surprised if it was something ridiculous like that.
Reds Waratahs?
Reds Waratahs. Yeah, I mean, that was interesting too. The Reds were pretty dominant.
Yeah, Waratahs were coming in unbeaten.
Yep.
And the Reds really dealt to them.
They did, and we've been talking up the Tars.
Yeah.
We've been sort of saying that they're going to be the Aussie team. Well, to watch. I mean,
what's going on with Suoli's toe?
I knew you were going to ask that.
I mean, like all we're getting in the
toe.
Mate, they're not saying it's broken though.
Well, then
they're saying it's a weird anomaly or some sort of strange thing. It's still giving me gout. I still think it's gout. I think he's gone.
You can't have gout for that long.
He's going. They're saying, brother Joseph.
Are they speaking like that? Are they,
brother Joseph? Please,
they're not Mormons, mate.
Actually,
maybe they are.
Lay off the craze, mate. Lay off the rich food.
Mate,
he's just like, nah.
How much?
I'm not, because he doesn't drink, right?
Yeah.
He's
slurping a tail. Slurping a tail every
he's
Monday night.
He's cutting the crayfish in half, and he's like whipping up the guts and using it as like an aioli, and he's dipping the tail in there. He's eating
what
like 3 or 4
do you mean whipping
tails.
up the guts?
Yeah, that's what you do. You whip up the guts.
So you're dipping that crayfish in its own guts?
Oh, yeah.
Have
you never done that?
It's humiliating.
Mate,
imagine if someone chopped your leg off and dipped you in your own guts.
Yeah, but mate, you're a mammal. We've got like weird stuff going on there.
Well, how do you know the
poo canals?
Yeah, but how do you know the crayfish
It's
hasn't
a crustacean, mate. It's not a mammal.
Yeah, but it must be eating some bad shit down there.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there's all sorts of shit in the
it's
bottom of the
eating
seafloor. Exactly. It's eating kinna, mate, and then shitting it out. So essentially, he's dipping that tail into a big old pool.
And you know
of
how
kinna.
much he loves kinna. And that's what's giving him the gout.
So what we're saying is actually underneath it all, it is still the kinna that's responsible. It's not the crayfish at all. They're too premium for kinna. How much do you think Suoli's on a year?
I don't know, mate. He's the poster boy of Australian rugby, so he must be on millions.
He's on enough to put down 95 schmackers for a big cray.
Yeah.
And just go to town on it.
He's probably, I mean, he's an Adonis. Like, he's going out and catching them himself.
Do you reckon he goes to that Chinese seafood restaurant down, and you know the one in the middle of Sydney? The what's it called? The Grand Century?
Mate, only you've been there.
Oh, mate, and they've got all these fancy bottles of wine on the wall, like $700,000.
He's not touching those, thankfully.
No, so he doesn't drink either.
Well, I don't know. You've told me that.
Oh, I just assume that a lot of the Polynesian boys don't drink. A lot of them sort of abstain from that stuff, which is lovely.
But yeah, I don't know.
But maybe lay off the kinna too. The booze will do it to you.
He's played one game out of the 5.
Yeah, they're definitely not getting their money's worth, the Tars.
No. Well, Australian rugby's not.
No.
And he's everywhere. Every single advertisement, he's all over it.
Callaway was on one.
Oh, God, that monster hit. That was a good hit, but
How
he just
good was
got a
that?
little bit cheeky with the end of it and got over 90 degrees. But then he
didn't get done for it though, eh?
Yeah, he got
he
carded.
did get done. Yeah,
he
did
got
get
carded, and on the way off the field, because he tackled a big lock. I don't even know who he tackled. He tackled this monster lock, and he was giving him a spray on the way out, calling. I'm pretty sure, mate. I mean, I'd like someone to go back and have a look at the replay. I'm pretty sure he called him a softcock.
Because the guy was complaining so much.
Yeah, he was having a whinge. He's like, "Come on, you softcock."
How do you know
you little pansy
Do you know
boy.
for sure he said that?
No. I'm just like, I'm on the fence. I'm 50-50.
I'm going to mouth what he said. I'm going to mouth softcock to you. What do you think that I could possibly be saying?
Bostock? Like Bostock chicken? I don't know. That's just what I saw. Mate, can I have a shuttlecock? Do you want to have a game of badminton? I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
So you must have said softcock.
I think it's softcock, yeah.
I think you said you've got a hot cock. and then the guy went, huh? And he goes, walks off.
No, I think he was calling him a little pansy.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big effort from a smaller dude. I mean, well, Callaway's actually, he's pretty built.
Yeah, but this guy was
this guy's a monster.
Like 50% bigger.
So he's got some nuts on him, old
He
Callaway.
really came in for a big hit.
I reckon he'd be a pest. I reckon he'd get down to the Robin Hood Hotel or something
talked about this.
and just be an absolute pest on the karaoke on a
Aussie
Friday.
sportsmen are just absolute pests.
Yeah, he'd be doing some terrible shit, I reckon. some Ethan de Groot level shit.
Mongrels, eh?
Yeah.
Nasty
Monkeys.
little pieces of work.
Absolute monkeys. Yeah, look, it was, I don't know what's going to happen with those Aussie sides. It's going to be, as they start to play more of the Kiwi sides, it's going to be interesting to see where everybody's really at, because obviously there's a couple of great Kiwi sides that have taken a long time to warm up.
Yeah.
I still think there's going to be a bit of a difference there. I think the Brumbies will still be the ones to watch. That's my prediction. Mm-hmm. I reckon the Brumbies in the top 3 even, and... Yeah, because the Blues and the Canes have got scope to come back, don't they?
And the Reds are still up there, man. The Reds are they're still second on the table, mate.
Well, they are, and haven't they got a game in hand?
No, it's the Crusaders that got a game in hand. They've had the bye. That's what I mean. They're up in Golden Bay.
What's going on, mate? I'll tell you how this is going to go down right now. This is not going to make you happy.
Oh, God, here we go.
You're going to lose in the final to the Crusaders again.
Mate, why would you pick something like that? Why?
Because I just want you to know that you haven't quite got what it takes to win Super Rugby.
What are you talking about, mate? We are early on. Clayton has laid down the law. He said, I'm off. Boys, this is the year. It's the year.
And then you bottle it.
Well, we'll see. I don't think so, mate.
Yeah, bottle it.
We're going all the way.
Just like Liam Lawson.
We're going all the way. Oh, yeah, he had a shocker.
No, jeez. I felt sorry for him. He didn't get his FP3 in, and then he
didn't get his FP3 in, but mate, they they changed his rear wing. then he got slower because of the changes that they made.
What are they up to?
Then he got lapped by Max Verstappen, and then he crashed.
Yeah. It's not a good look.
Anyway, we're not talking about Formula 1.
Yeah, there's plenty of beautiful Formula 1 podcasts that you can tune into. But this one is about a rugby union.
Hey, a couple of awards. Are you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Wanker of the week. Donny Moala.
Why? What's he done?
Mate, he had an absolute shocking tackle. He got sent off for it. He got a very fisty challenge from behind.
I'm sorry, what?
He basically came in behind someone and with a swinging arm, copped the guy right on the cheek.
You fisted him?
Yeah, closed fist.
What? Into his face?
Into his face, yeah. I mean, he tried to tackle him with the other hand, but as this big swinging left arm came in and just clocked the guy in the head.
Jesus,
it was brutal.
Christ.
Yeah. So he's my wanker of the week.
It
was just a not very well thought out challenge, you know. He was trying to hit him hard, and he just really got it wrong.
Yeah, that's
not pretty.
That's not good.
I mean, an accidental shoulder to head happens every now and again. Maybe a bit of head on head, but this is a full swinging arm fist to the face.
Yeah, and
he's not playing. He's not UFC fighter.
No, well, he probably is on the side. Not UFC, but MMA.
What's the difference?
No, I mean, he's not in the UFC, but he does MMA fighting.
So is MMA the fighting?
That's
UFC
the form.
Is the competition.
Mixed martial arts, and UFC is the competition. Yeah,
what is your Ultimate Fighter Championship?
Oh, probably. Ultimate Fisting Championship in this case.
Exactly. I think he's got very fisty.
And now that's something you'd pay to see.
People do.
Pay-per-view. Red Shoe Diaries.
Man, there will definitely
that was free.
There will definitely be some websites out there that show some swinging fists.
No, I've seen them. They exist.
Okay, mate. Wanker of the week, you got anyone?
I don't actually have anyone.
Oh, fair enough.
I forgot my wanker of the week. I'm sorry.
All right.
Ryan O'Kane?
Player of the day. Get on you, mate. Absolutely undisputable this week, I think. 5 tries, you can't really go past them.
No, he's had an absolute blinder.
And I hope he celebrated with the lovely Maccas, with a lovely quarter pounder with Big Mac sauce on the steamed bun.
Yeah. I think he deserves everything that his name says he deserves.
And you know what? He would have been able to take a lovely wee cheeseburger voucher down there for winning player of the day, and he's probably taken that straight up to the drive-thru, and he's got that on the side of his quarter pounder.
Well, I hope that he doesn't have to use a voucher. I hope that in good faith, Maccas have gone, you don't need to pay for anything here ever again for the rest of your life in the Christchurch area.
You know who Jason had with Young Entertainers? He used to have one of those black cards.
You're joking me. Unlimited McDonald's.
You know what they used to do sometimes? and hopefully we'll get him on the pod soon. He really wants to come in and say g'day.
Yeah.
But they used to drive through with the black card and get Maccas, and then they'd be on the way through and they'd just drive back around and order the dessert. So they just do a loop.
Because you can.
Yeah, you just get whatever you want.
And you can come, it's unlimited any time throughout the day.
It's when he was doing McDonald's Young Entertainers.
We need to get ourselves a black card.
I don't think they exist anymore, mate. I don't eat Maccas anymore.
Come off it.
I mean, if they're open to a sponsorship deal, I'll definitely bring them on.
Mate, come off it. I've seen you scoff.
When?
Actually, do you know what? I don't think I have
when
that much.
When did you last see me eat
It's because
Maccas?
you've gone all highbrow, mate, now that you're sort of overseas and shit.
What are you talking
like,
about?
It's not Macca's, mate. It's in and out, you know?
Oh, I definitely love an in and out, but that's sparingly as well.
Mate, actually, do you know what? I haven't had Macca's in a while. I've been, I tried to have BK the other night. Liv wouldn't let me.
Why not?
But I just said, I'm getting a bit fat and that I need to just tone it down. She said, I don't want to be left alone.
Mate, you do abuse your arteries a little bit. And I know you sort of talk about having the odd turmeric
fine.
shot for your
I bought a lovely 500ml bottle of turmeric and ginger from the Macca.
Is that really going to help out your heart, mate?
One shot equals
Just
one declogging.
Just tone it down on the burgers a bit, mate.
I just love the burgers.
And I know you love your cured meats too.
I fucking do.
And you've tried to get me a few times into buying a big wheel of cheese.
Oh, for Christmas. Yeah. A 1.8
kilo of the
If
the
anybody
Lindis
is
Pass.
interested, Whitestone do a lovely Lindis Pass camembert.
No one needs that much cheese.
Mate.
Just lay off it. Just get
know
a
what?
little bit and enjoy it over the holiday season.
I've eased up on the cheese
You
a touch.
don't need that much.
Mate, I use it for gifts.
I'm just worried about you.
There's nothing like the gift of cheese.
Mate, just balance it out a little bit. I know you like your cheese and you make a lovely wee platter.
I do.
But
and
mate, you don't need it every day.
No.
Let's get some more veggies and fruit in that diet.
I've plenty of fibre.
Okay, good. I don't actually see you eat very much.
No, I was going to say, you're making some heavy judgments.
Because
have you been watching me through the window?
Mate, every time I eat with you, you're eating a burger.
It's true, because we go out and we drink and we eat
We have a
bad
couple
shit.
of beers and a
We're
burger.
naughty.
Yeah, true.
And then we did sit outside the front of your house with a thing of salami and a whole roll of bread and that crystallized sea salt butter.
Oh, God, it was good.
Fuck, that was nice. In fact, what's the time? What do we got? Oh, mate, you were supposed
Most
to have...
improved player.
Ra was supposed to have these memorized and
So
sorted.
good. Yeah, but you're giving me half.
We gave
a
him a little test at
beer.
before.
All right, mate. Most improved player. I've got a couple of returning fullbacks.
Yep.
Pedofeta and Sean Stevenson. And
Yeah.
I'm going to get... They both came out.
Shooter for sure.
And they just made a couple of very clinical moves. Did nothing wrong. They played their roles and they shone a little bit, you know. Pedofeta, a lovely little kick across field to Rico Ioane on the wing, which is a really good place for Rico to be.
Yeah.
Sean Stevenson, that lovely ball out the back of the hand to score the Chiefs' first try. It was bloody good.
Yeah.
So a couple of good assists and just some solid performances back from wherever they've been.
Yep, some solid performances. Mine's going to go to Rico Ioane.
Oh, God.
And you know why?
Because
second try in 2 matches.
Yeah. And where did he score that try, mate?
Well, he was on the try line, mate, where you usually score them.
No, he scored it by standing out on the wing, which I think is his best position.
Mate, it could have been Dane Coles out there. Anyone would have been. He just happened to be there.
Dane Coles doesn't play anymore, mate. You need to get over it.
He bloody should, to be honest. I mean, the hookers we've got in New Zealand are just not up to scratch.
Are you
Jokes! I just wanted to see you get all riled, all angry.
Come on.
He's like, oh, this sucks. Well, I'm going home.
Whatever. You've got one of the best ones in your team, mate.
We do, as to you.
He came back.
As to you.
Yeah.
And then guess who's got the other one? Well, the fucking Crusaders.
Yeah, Cody.
Yeah. Let's not forget Ricky Riccatelli.
Yeah.
He's always got a chance.
Mate, he doesn't, does he?
No, unfortunately he doesn't because of those 3 before him.
I would take both Tokiaho and Omoa over Cody Taylor.
Cody Taylor's got so much experience, man. He's been there in every situation.
But they're both way more exciting players.
Cody
used to be these guys. He used to be a very strong runner. He was quick.
He offers other things, man. This is the thing. You got to have, I reckon, you have those guys as impact. I mean, they're the perfect impact. And
Hey, they're great hookers, and you know it. They're exciting.
Of course they are.
They're good. They're on their way to turn into Cody's.
That's what I mean. You just got to wait your turn.
Yeah, but they are in their prime. They're in their prime, exciting sort of time to play.
That's what the All Blacks have always been about. Wait your turn. Patience.
Yeah, I don't know.
Patience. What else we got? Quick.
Well, we've got to get into maybe just a preview of the upcoming games.
Have we got any more awards? No,
that's it. That's it.
Oh.
We've got a couple of exciting games coming up this week. Starts off with the Chiefs Moana, which we talked about this, is actually being played in Pukekohe.
Yes.
But was supposed to be initially played in Tonga.
Yep.
And do we know why it's no longer played in Tonga?
We don't know. We can assume, I'm thinking the ground is not up to standard in terms of it's not up to rugby Sanzar standard.
Have you heard about that, or are you just making that up?
Mate, I'm making it up.
It's a gross generalisation.
It is a gross. And actually, they were in, funnily enough, the last time I was in Tonga, which was last year, Moana Pacifica team were there doing some training or whatever. There was a function at the New Zealand High Commission.
Were you at the New Zealand High Commission?
Yeah, I was being hosted. Well, we're doing some work with them.
Oh, we're doing some tourism work.
But let's just say Tonga's infrastructure is not tippity-top. So potentially there's been some kind of mismanagement of I'm totally have no idea why they wouldn't be playing, but surely it has to be to do with the ground.
Man, I feel sorry for Tonga.
Well, yeah, they really need that injection of
imagine like the hotels would have been craving it. They would have been putting a lick of paint on the walls. They would have been getting some food in for the restaurants.
Those hotels needed more than a lick of paint.
All right, mate.
Goodness,
but at Pukekohe. So it's not actually too far for the Chiefs to travel. It's only an hour up the road.
It's lovely, actually. In fact, it's probably further for Moana in some ways.
Yeah, from Albany. Yes.
So that's going to be a hell of a clash and potentially a very dangerous game for you.
Well, yeah, but Moana, they have got some sort of momentum going.
You're gonna do just fine, mate.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm confident, but you can't rule them out. You can't rule Moana out.
Big injury.
Well, who?
Somewhere. I don't know. I'm just calling it. There's going to be a big injury for the Chiefs.
Artie.
Nah. You reckon?
Well, that would
fuck the whole thing. Nah, for the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs?
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Who's going down?
Tupaia.
Nah, man.
He's going to get his legs taken out again.
Nah, he's no Darcy Swain on that field, mate. Highlanders playing the Reds, and that's going to be a big old test for the Highlanders again because the Reds are we've sort of flipped around on who's the informed Australian team over the last couple of weeks, but it seems like the Reds are up there now.
They are, and I think they can definitely take it to the Highlanders. In fact, it's at Forsyth Bar, but I reckon I'm definitely I'm picking the Reds to win that for sure.
Did you put a jersey on it?
No, the jersey does not just go on any old random Highlanders team.
All right, man. Just a question.
We've got to pick a jersey from a team that people actually care about.
Game of the round.
Yeah.
Blues
Crusaders.
And I think this is going to be a good one. And you know what? I really hope it's the time the Blues turn it around.
Yeah, there's a lot of banter going on between the two teams. Like it's the big clash. They're the old foes. I absolutely cannot wait. I'm going to go along to the game Saturday.
So it's at Eden Park?
Yeah, it's at Eden Park, which is huge advantage. I hope the Blues put them to the sword. We all hope that. All of New Zealand
it would be nice.
Hopes that, except the people that live in Christchurch, but you guys can just deal with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. It'd just be nice to see them taken down again. I don't want them to build too much momentum because we all know what happens when
they get
their heckles up and they get a roll on. They just they get into that position where it's just boring.
And we want to see the Blues get another one under the belt. It's good.
Yeah, it would be nice. I want them off the down off the bottom of the table.
I want the Crusaders done. I want them out.
No, I mean,
I want them finished.
To be fair, it was really nice seeing Jordan and Sevu and Macca running riot,
Yeah, it's really, really good. And Havili, he's playing well.
Oh,
mate.
yeah.
And we didn't talk about that, but he gets a lot of shit.
He gets a lot of shit, doesn't he?
He gets a lot of shit. People are like, you never should have been an All Black. You never should have been there. Mate, he's consistent. He can be, he peppers away in the background, making sure everyone else gets the glory.
I reckon he's loving that captain's armband. I reckon he wears it to bed.
Yeah. He's proud.
Yeah, he wears it in the shower.
He goes, and his mum comes down. I'm assuming he still lives at home. His mum comes down and goes, David, take that bloody armband off.
Reeks. I can smell it from here.
That's ridiculous.
You're not wearing that armband to the table.
He goes, shut up, Mum.
Mum, what's for tea? Chops. Oh, chops.
No. Hang on, lamb or pork? Lamb. Oh, no, I don't like that gamey stuff. And then he does the paper round and comes back and kills the whole family.
Oh, come on, mate. Well, that's a good way to end it. Thanks for listening. Please take a look at our social pipes. Follow us. Give us a follow. Make sure you pass on to your friends.
Yeah, the other two games of the Waratahs, the Brumbies, and the Force and the Drua, but nobody cares.
Most improved player. Super smash.
You pushed them. See you later, guys.
See you later.
Give us a follow.
Hooroo.
Ra needs to learn these buttons.
One day we'll get there.
Oh, at this rate.